afternoon, everyone. Disregard that StreamYard thing I put up because I couldn't get, we're going to delete that broadcast. So I kept trying to go live on this channel and it said this service not available. So I went ahead and set up in StreamYard. I did not want to do that. So I just thought I would try one more time to do this, and it finally took off. I don't understand it. I did it 3 times. But anyway, I am live now. I don't want to use my StreamYard for these unboxings. I hope everyone has had a wonderful day. Before you come in the chat, please hit the thumbs up, share this video, and subscribe if you haven't already. So I know you've probably seen a mess of things from my channel. I had to go in and delete them because YouTube would not allow me to broadcast live for some reason. So they say the fourth time is a charm. So I was out today. I went and had my nails done, and I had to wait quite a while because they were so busy. And I couldn't figure out why they were so busy, but they were going on vacation next week, so they wouldn't be there. So that explains that. So while I was waiting, I was watching, giving people watch hours on their videos. I know how important that is, and those comments, guys, are really important because it helps with the algorithm of a channel. And this, means a lot to that channel. And as usual, after this one airs, if you could please leave me a comment. I think that goes a long way when it comes to subscribers. And it's easy to do, and we help out other people, and that's what this is all about. So I sat there and watched some videos to give people some watch hours. So Johnny Small Pepper was one of them. So, hey, excuse me. Hey, Simone, welcome in, sweetie. I went on YouTube and tried to go live not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. And the fourth time was a charm. It said something is not available. So I had to go back and delete all those. I even set up something through StreamYard, which I really did not want to do. And I said, well, I'm going to try this one more time. And it finally took off because we know that, we don't want to use our StreamYard for, unboxings and stuff like that. So, hello, Carmen. Welcome in. Yes, Carmen, this is me. And I thank you guys so much for coming in. Do not forget that thumbs up. It's good to see you guys. And like I said, don't forget to leave a comment after this video because it is very important toward subscribers. I looked up last week and I had 503. Then I go back and I had 494. And I'm like, what happened to my... this is important, and I have reached that 500 subscriber goal, and I thank each and every one of you because you guys made that happen. I mean, yes, it does take work, and, you have to do those videos. I even conquered the presidium of how to calibrate it, so I did do that, so I'd always have to have my husband do it. So I figured it out. So anytime it needs calibration, I can do it. So I watched a YouTube video and I'm like, how hard can this be? So I did calibrate the good old Presidium by myself, and that was a feat indeed because I'm not really mechanically inclined, but I did it. So. And a lot of you know Marion. She really doesn't need any introduction. because everyone knows her. She always has a wide array of different items. Here lately, it's been mostly beads and crafts things, and you just never know what she's going to have. So it's always good to tune in. She's usually on with January House Mike. Now, this past Monday, she was on with them. Hey, Amy, sweetheart, welcome in, hon. Oh, yes, Marion has some amazing items. So, but yes, I was just discussing how watch hours are really so important for people who especially reach those milestones. And we want to keep that's why I was watching videos while I was waiting to have my nails done, because I know these people need them. And it's easy to do, and you're supporting people, and it makes me feel really good. So I'm going to hoist this box up here, and it's heavy, guys. Oh, Lord have mercy. I think there's a lot of beads in here, just saying. So if anyone's ever watched me in the chat, they know beads are my thing. And I probably have enough to bead all across the United States. But me, I'm always doing something. Either I'm crocheting or working on something. So I try to stay busy. And like I said, you have a YouTube channel. You have to work that, and you have to, you can't be idle, and you got to put that content out there. And it's so good to see you guys. It really means a lot to me that you are here. And we're going to slice open this box. And we know it's good. I don't even remember what's in it, but we're about to find out. So, with a handy old utility knife, which I lose on a daily basis, and the same thing with measuring devices. But we're going to take a look what is in this magnificent box, and we know it's magnificent. It has to be. So I'm going to place this down, y'all, because it's heavy. Alrighty then. So here we go, guys. Oh boy. The first bag is some major beads. Oh Lord, Amy, you stopped in the right place. I bought some amazing, amazing bags. This was a $5 bag, guys. She had so many beads that she bagged everything up. Glad you're excited, Miss Amy. So we have an entire bag of findings right there that you can add to necklaces. And this, my nose is itching. I'm going to get company. So there is a tremendous bag of findings in this. This one has, I've crocheted and added beads to jewelry before. And here we have a little set of earrings that you would use to if you wanted to put beads on these, you could. I've got a little bit of everything, guys. I'm wanting to get into junk journaling, and Lord have mercy. But anyway, this could be made. I have two of them, and this can be made into earrings. And you could put little stones on the bottom of those, and they are silver toned. Wonderful, wonderful. Then I have this here. This is made for, thank you, Amy. This is made for, like, if you do a toggle bracelet. I went through some of my things and made separated all my stuff. But how beautiful is that? And I have two of those. in case I wanted to craft a bracelet that has a toggle to it. So there's those. If I went through everything up here, guys, there's no telling what's up here. This is a big house. This house has 3,000 square feet. My husband, he's down at the other house that we're going to auction off. We rented it for 20 years. And we decided we're not paying taxes on it anymore. It served its purpose, so we're going to auction it off. And yeah, here's an entire bag. You know, sometimes, you know, yes, you do make money renting a house, but then there's those taxes that come in the spring and in the fall. And who needs to pay taxes on two properties? Not me. So anyway, I'm checking these to make sure they're not sterling, but sometimes it's best to let those things go, you know. I know, Amy, and when you're paying, if you love taxes, just live in Clark County, Indiana. They're going up all the time, and it's crazy. I mean, save that. That's money that you don't have to pay. And I'm not the type that I don't believe in wasting money. And the little house, it's only got 2 bedrooms. My husband had to go in there and clean it up, bless his heart. I didn't want to go down there because he told me he had to get a dumpster, and I didn't want to be upset. So I didn't go down there. I want to remember that place the way it was when we left it, and it was immaculate. Whoa, we got a leaky bag here. These are glass seed beads, which some of them trickled in my lap, and they're glass and they're pink. So I get to play 1,000 bead pickup. But yeah, these are seed beads and they are glass. So anyone that ever, like, you know, if you craft, a lot of this stuff comes in handy. And I need to get cracking because there's so many things I can do. And you guys ever get these ideals that I'm going to do this, and in the meanwhile, something else comes up and you're totally distracted and you don't get anything done. So the winter is coming on and time for sitting there crocheting or beading. So next up we have, I'm afraid of these bags, guys, so I'm going to show them to you. I know you get these ideals and you know you're capable of doing it. We do absolutely nothing. These are glass as well. Last Thursday I did have two implants, and they had to put post in there. So you know what they do when you get an implant, and the reason why I had to have it was because I had 2 root canals done fairly close together, and they had to go through a bridge. Well, as we know, there's always a tooth there, and when they did, a couple months passed, and that tooth broke off. So not only was I looking at losing a tooth that was connected to a bridge, it had to be cut out. So that was not fun, ladies, and I'm tough. But then we have these glass beads, so I'm kind of recovering from that. He gave me some pain pills that make me sleepy, and I said, I ain't going there. I took 2 of them, especially after I knew the numbing was going to wear off. So I was prepared, and then I took 2 of them, and I haven't taken any since. I took some Motrin. These are amber colored, and they are all glass. And they're amber colored. I have a full bag of these. It's always nice to get those beads that are glass because it adds value to whatever you're working on. because people love glass. This is a springtime accessory, and they look like they're little eggs. I guess if you wanted to make a pair of earrings out of those, you could for Easter. Then we have more findings. I'm not for sure what that says, but we have these here, right there. I'll see if I know I can open this without an avalanche. But I crochet baskets and starch them and everything. I need to get started on some Christmas ones. This is what you can add to your whatever necklace, bracelet says made with love, or anything you choose to add it to, which makes a nice addition for a gift. Let me put these back up. But the dentist, he's such a caring dentist, and he's so nervous when he works on me. And I don't know why. And I didn't take anything to, they give the stuff to calm you down. I don't want that, because if I can't remember, I remember him doing something on me, and he gave me something to take before I left. And I tell you guys, I didn't remember. I can remember laying there and him working on me, and he said, "Open your mouth, honey, open your mouth." But after that, guys, I didn't remember leaving the building. I didn't remember the ride in the car. I didn't remember coming in the house. And I crawled up in the bed. Oh, I crawled up in my bed in just my underwear and went to sleep. And I'm like, I was so upset with him, because I said, "Don't ever give me anything like that." I said, if I'm not feel like that, if I can't remember something and I can imagine what I look like on the way out the door, I said, don't give me none of that. I said, bring the needles, shoot it, numb it up, and forget about it. Amy says, my goal is to have my own jewelry making business part-time. I currently work 10-hour days full-time. I need to organize my time better so that I can have time for crafting. Yes, Amy, and that's a lot of hours. Sometimes we need to take time to smell the roses and do something that we really like and that we really want to do. Yeah, time is one of those things that we kind of take for granted. And a lot of people have to work those hours to be able to make it today, because everything is so expensive. Then I have these here. They're like a white, they feel like they're kind of glass. I think that's one thing that really prompted me. And oh gosh, guys, here's some more. And they're Czech Republic. You guys, we scored. We got some Czech glass right there. Now, if your eyes are good enough to string that, and it says Czech glass right on the back, Czech Republic, and they're aqua luster. Yeah, these are glass. Isn't that nice? I knew I got it for, she kind of just had these bags loaded up, and that's Czech glass. Like I said, if your eyes are good enough to bead with those, that'd make a beautiful piece. Then we have more metal findings right here. And whoa, some of these bags got holes in them, so I'm not even going to take them out. Then we have these glass beads. Are a beautiful ruby red, and they are glass. Man, there's one bag in here, I wouldn't take it out because there's already beads in the bottom. Then we have an additional metal findings that we could use. There's those. And there's a bag in there I'm not going to pick up because I know what's going to happen. So these are glass as well. And they're a real deep blue, but they are glass. They're really a deep blue, and they already have their holes in them. There's one bag that started leaking before I even picked it up. And I'm like, oh no. Then we have more metal findings. But if you think about this, guys, all the stuff that I'm showing you, I'm sure exceeds. Oh, we've got some AB coated glass. Kind of a peacock color. Isn't that gorgeous? And these are glass. And just what I pulled out of this bag, guys, the $5 price that was paid for it, it far exceeds. So now we have some yellow ones, and those are glass as well. I don't know about you guys, but okay, so we have this entire bottom, and now you know why I didn't take them out, of different little seed beads. And I'm like, nope, ain't going there because I know what's going to happen. But this right here, guys, has considerable weight to it. Just considerable. So we are going to put all these. There's no telling what's in here. Hey, Kel, welcome in, sweetie. We're going through this bead lot and this is only the first bag, and we're still going. And there's Bird on a Wire. Now, I think Bird on a Wire loves to craft as well. And if I looked at the stuff that I have up here, it'd probably scare you. But there we have, and these bags were $5 a piece. Now, how much fun could a person have with just one bag, But I did get me some little thin needles that you use, to craft, that you can bead with. So, and beading is a good pastime, and it's really good therapy because you get to make something beautiful, and you can kind of tune out the rest of the world and stuff like that. Let's see what's next. Goodness sakes, here's another one, guys. Bird on a Wire. I haven't seen your emails, but if you're putting a D in Bradford, it's Brafford. That's a common mistake that a lot of people make with my last name. Let me go ahead. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. It's the right address. Hey, Pink Rose, welcome in, sweetie. This is what it is, sweetheart. And if I'd have saw your email, honey, I would have replied right away. I tried to anyway. There it is, right there. It's good to see you guys, and welcome in, and thank you so much for being here. So, oh wow. I think this is a beading thing where you lay your pieces out to bead your necklace. And this has pieces as well. And I guess you lay out your necklace plan or whatever in the grooves here. And there it's got some little things like that. And a lot of times, you want to have a plan when you go into this. Oh my goodness, these are glass and they are old. So here we have some more glass beads, and they're really old. Usually when you see that material running through a bead, like for instance that one in the front, they are old. But someone sent me an email, I think it was Ramel R&R Cyber Picker, and I'm like, I don't know who that is. So I replied as such. And he goes, my apologies, this is R&R. And I'm like, I have a pen that he wants that is Bakelite. So I think that may have been what prompted that email. He is crazy about a pen. So, and then this one as well is filled with all glass. Beautiful, beautiful beads, as cold as it can be. Look at that white one right there. Isn't that amazing? So we have lots of crafting, and we have elastic thread, and this is for beading as well. Brand new, still on the card. I've got some stretchy wire, not wire, but cord downstairs. Then, I don't know what these are. Yes, I do. These are for making earrings where you can, like, attach a wire and you can add your stones to it if you'd like. I don't know, Amy. I haven't decided yet. I have to go through all my goodies, and there's another one. Is there certain something that you have your eye on, Amy? Then we have your little where you have the wire right there that has that kickback right there that opens up like that and closes with your little write their findings. Thank you. I know it does take time, and it takes, sometimes you get something started, but I have a lot of these as well. I think one time I crocheted a bracelet and added beads to it. But we have where you can add your whatever you want to that earring on the bottom as a dangle earring. I've got wires too. So yeah, you really gotta, and crafting can be very relaxing for sure. Moving on. Man, this was a killer lot. So next up we have more findings, except these are gold tone. And it looks like they have toggles in there with them for when you want to make something that's possibly, and then you have the coordinating toggle that goes through there in case you want findings. Yeah, it's therapeutic. I can sit and crochet, and your mind is totally somewhere else, And these days, don't we need that? So we have more beads. These are those right there. No, I'm just doing an unboxing. I was telling them earlier that I went to go live and it kept saying this service is something not available. And the fourth time I did it, it let me go live and it said reconnect, and it didn't do anything. And I'm like, really? Then we have more glass red right there. And I said, I do not want to use StreamYard for this. Now let's get busy here. So then we have some green, kind of a greenish colored seed bead. Oops, that one, we don't want to pull that one out of there. I could feel the. Then we have somebody that was in the process of making a necklace, still in the bag with the wire, and it looks kind of pinkish. And let's see if we can get it out of there. I know, and I'm like, I have never had this problem. Oh, Lord. This is one where they've got two or three different things going with the wire. This is really high tech, y'all. When you take and have three or so wires connected to something, you're going for it, that's for sure. And I know YouTube has a lot of beading tutorials that you can search through. I got to make sure there's another seed beads right there in beautiful colors. I got to be careful what I take out because then these are beads. I don't think they're glass, but these are beads as well. Right there. I mean, there's no telling. I think she grouped these things up. Hey, Joanne, welcome in, sweetheart. Good to see you. I think she had a whole lot of, they got a locker that had a whole lot of crafting in it. And there's those. And like I said, guys, some of these I'm afraid to take out because they had been in storage and maybe the bag weakened. This looks like almost a form of cat's eye right there. Let me bring it in so you can see that little variation there in the middle. I mean, I couldn't pass it up when you get a bag like this full of crafting stuff. And then we have some beautiful pink. This is when you get into the real tedious work right here. Like I said, I'm being very careful how I pull these out of here because beads are fun to look at, but not to pick up, right? And these purples are glass as well. Very beautiful. Just keep digging. Like I said, if something looks iffy, I'm not going to be picking up beads for days, guys. Then we have these findings. They're called fashion glass connectors. Let me see if I can't bend this out. So we have these fancy little things here that are connectors. Hey, Shell Bell, we're in bead heaven here. We already had one little faux pas. So I'm kind of being careful what I pull out of here. Then we have all these as well. And could you imagine, guys, for something like these toggles and these circles, you could pay a lot of money for that. These are heavy, guys. They really are. I almost need a beading partner. I'm the type of person that, I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody, but I'm really picky about those who I keep company with. Because, some people get you in trouble, and I'm not about that. But I think that's why I like YouTube so well, because you do have people on that you speak to almost on a daily basis, and you become friends. You've never met them, but you feel like that there is a connection there, and it's really fun to come on and speak with those who are subscribed to you and let them know that you're not just a number. So next up, Oh, Lord, guys, we may be midnight here. We may be midnight, I'm just saying. Oh, thank you. That beats someone told me I look like Judge Judy one time. Thank you. Michelle Bell's a sweetheart. I said, I don't know if I look like her, but I can be like her sometimes. We cannot go. Oh, Amy said she's ready. She is not playing, right? That is necklace wire, guys. Right there, a whole thing. We may be up to our elbows and no telling what. These look like some kind of plastic. You know, some of these are buttons. These right here, some of these are buttons. But you know, when I see you guys out there, I look at you as my friends. We may not meet face to face, but you know, we always develop relationships with people that this one's a button here that we speak with all the time, and we may not have met them in person, but still, you know, you get to know that person, and there's just a bond there. That one is a button as well. I don't think they're anything fantastic, but we have a bag of those. Well, shoot, we've already been through enough fantastic. That sounds good, Shell Bell. We could, there's a lot of places we could go. She's only 2 hours away. Yeah, Shell Bell lives in that northern region, but she's only a couple miles away, and there's Alfonso. Welcome in. Yes, I've had a real good day until I tried to go live on YouTube, and I had to delete 3 things because it kept saying that this something is not available, and I'm like, really? And then I set up on StreamYard, and I really don't like to use StreamYard unless I have to. And I said, I'm going to do it one more time. And as luck would have it, it finally let me in. So these are glass as well. Very nice. I think that's what really attracted. I knew there was something good in there. So we have this. Now this said it's made in India, and it said bracelet, and it says coral, Coral. Look at that. And it does say it's made in India, and I'm afraid to pull it, afraid I'll be playing 1050 bead pickup, but it does claim that it is coral. Made in India. Look at that. I know a lot. I'm afraid to put it on. I'll slip it over. But it's for a larger wrist, and it says it's coral. I'm about afraid to pull it. Afraid. I've got this little mat that I can put it on and check the stretchy, but they say that's coral. Isn't that amazing, guys? So next up, there's no telling what we may find. We might fire that Presidium up because there's no telling what's in here. So we have a bag of these here, and they have holes in them. And the reason why I turned the Presidium on, because we don't know what could be in here. And I did calibrate it all by my little old self. And then we have a bag of them, and I'm going to check it just to see what it is, guys. It's cold, so we may have something. Gotta let it make its mind up. Because I think when she put these together, she had so much that she just kind of divvied it out. Let's see what it has to say. No way. There's no, I'm going to recalibrate this, guys, because there's no way that that is a sapphire. So we need to recalibrate. Let me test this and see what it says. Sometimes you have to recalibrate them. Let me try it again. There's no way. That is definitely a red jasper. I think you're right. I will say that that's not right. Let me recalibrate this thing because something ain't right here. Let me press that. I just calibrated the crazy thing the other night. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick. You have to make sure that your fingers are on the metal, and you go in and you make sure it goes up to calibrate, which it did. So now we're going to do it for the glass to make sure that's calibrating correctly. Okay. Then we're going to calibrate it one more time because that's what the instructions say. Let me hold it until a beep goes off. It's wanting to beep or snickety. Well, let me try it. Now we're going up into the jadeite, iolite. So yeah, it could be jasper. Look at me calibrating a gem tester. Yeah, that's a stone, guys. That would probably what Amy said. And look, guys, we have an entire bag of red jasper, and there's nephew Troy. Welcome in, sweetheart. This is definitely coral because I just tested it. So we have all these coral beads, and just for kicks, we're going to do it again. Yeah. Nephew Troy's thinking uranium glass, uranium glass. I am doing pretty good, nephew Troy. I did have to go to the dentist and have two implants put in post. So that was done Thursday. So I knew when I come home, if I didn't take that pain medicine before that wore off, I know, Amy, isn't it amazing? So I took one. Then 6 hours later, I took. What you want to do with pain, you want to stop it before it starts. And so I've only taken two pain medications, and then I took an Motrin. I can't show you the uranium. I don't have any up here, sweetie. You're as bad as on uranium as R&R is on that Bakelite pen that he wants. He contacted me and I didn't know who he was, and I'm like, I don't know who you are. Then he said he speaks better on Messenger, and I said, oh no, I better ask the questions. So there's those. Because you can't, ladies, y'all know that there's all kinds of scamming people on Facebook. And you got to be careful. There's your gold ear wires right there. And when they start asking for money, then we have little tiny seed beads right there. You can't, and even sometimes hey Lucy, welcome in, sweetie. Good to see you. And sometimes even if they're friends of people just don't do it. It's not worth the headaches and their little silly messages they're going to send. Then we have purple. It's a shame that we can't have something good in our life without somebody wanting to take advantage of people. Then we have some silver seed beads, a whole bag right there. Man, there's beading for days, ladies and gentlemen. I had to say gentlemen. Then we have, and these are good quality, these aren't plastic. Then we have some more pink, if that's, you have to have patience with those because they are tiny. I'm watching my bags, y'all, because I don't want to end up. And it looks like we have some black. There's always someone out there that wants to spoil someone's good time. Hey, Brian, welcome in. Spoil everybody's good time. Good to see you, Brian. Look, guys, all glass. Yeehaw. Isn't that wonderful? Man, I have enough to keep me busy for days. You guys, we have another stone. Looky here, looky here. We're getting ready to test it too. These are stones without a doubt. This is exciting, guys. Like I said, Marion deals in a lot of storage lockers and she gets tons and tons. That's going up into the tourmaline category. So there again, we have a stone that has already been pre-drilled. So it's ready for beading and it goes up into the tourmaline category. Amy, she mostly deals, she does have a channel, but she mostly works on other people's channels because she's vision impaired and she can't really do a lot of the basic motions. She's got, what do they call that? It's when the blood vessels to the back of your eye is affected. I know what that is because my father-in-law had it. What is that called? It's where you can lose your sight, and I can't think of what it's called. And my father-in-law, he had that as well. What is that called? Oh, I'll think of it when I'm asleep tonight. So there's that. All stones. Look at I would give $5 all day for a bag this good. What is that called? That's going to drive me nuts. Then we have another small bag of beads. What is that called? And my father-in-law, he had that. These are glass as well, but they almost look like citrine. Macular, thank you, Amy. Macular degeneration. Oh, we're into beads up to our eyeballs. Let me check this and make sure it's not citrine, because it could be. We found other stones. Let me put my finger on it. Ugh, be still. Let me get a bigger one, guys. It's wanting to flop everywhere. Let's try it. That is also going up into the, it's tourmaline, and we know it's not tanzanite, Christophrase, and we know it's not amethyst, and it's past the quartz stage. So this is a stone too. These are stone. Can you believe? This is getting more exciting by the moment, guys. These are stone. Let me get a drink of my coffee to calm my nerves. No, I'm kidding. Guys, there's no telling what we're going to find. There is no telling. I'm so excited. We've already found some coral. We already have some tourmaline, and it just keeps getting better. So, my goodness, I emptied that out the wrong thing. These have probably been in storage for a while, guys, and the bags have probably gotten weak. So, to keep me from doing a pickup job here, so I believe these are glass. Let me drop the camera. Those are glass as well. They're blue. Man, I didn't know what treasures awaited me in this bag, that's for sure. But we'll put this one back and we'll go to the next. I hope it's as exciting. So we've got some actual gemstones, a lot of glass. Hey, we're doing good. But yeah, these are definitely, those are stone as well. They're already drilled. We had necklace wire. These are stones as well. Those are stone, the real deal. So we're going to move on. Blue is Brian's favorite color. I'm more of a, I like pink and purple and red and all different colors, but going in for another one, guys. Hang on to your hats. We have, I think she put some extra stuff in here, guys, because I remember 1, 2, 3, 4. She definitely put extra things in here. I've got a necklace down here, it's driving me nuts. I don't know, I buy from her a lot, and maybe it was an appreciation, you never know. But I got far more bags than I anticipated. So, oh wow, someone's made, I'm going to be very careful. We don't want no all moments. So someone has made, it's stretchy, has made a bracelet here, and those are glass and those are older beads. And they put a connector on it right there. But it stretches and there is a connector on it. So someone made a bracelet. There's your connector right there. Check for sterling. Nope, don't think so. And they put a really pretty clasp on it. Then there's another one that they made, which looks like glass in the same style. That is odd. But look at those beads, guys. Those are glass. And it does stretch, and they did put a connector to it, but let me see how far this thing's going to stretch without. I think this was a person in training, because, man, my wrist is small, but my goodness. I think they kind of didn't, no one's wrist is that small, but it can still be taken apart, and those are glass. How often, like I said, anytime you see a bead like that that's got that in the middle of it, that's old. You can tell. So their first bracelet, maybe this was their first bracelet, and then this was their second one because it fits way better. That's what I call trial. At first you don't succeed, try again. You guys, we got a whole strand of ammonite, and these aren't little neither. Look at that. This is a stone, guys, and it says it very plainly. 7-inch stone beads, ammonite. from Shelbyville, Ohio. Huh. And these are ammonite. A whole strand. And these aren't little babies neither. These are the real deal. Isn't that pretty? Probably enough to make a bracelet, but these are big. There's no telling what we're going to find, guys. Yeah, ammonite. There is no telling what we're going to find, but we're going to keep going. Then we have some baby dice. I don't know what those were used for. They're little bitty dice. I don't know. Somebody, yeah, they got holes in them, I think. So I guess if I used to play bunco years ago, we have a whole thing of little dice, little red, little black ones. Man, when you open something up and see something like that, that's amazing. Then we have these beads. They are blue glass. Aren't those beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful. I think we lucked in, guys and girls. Oh my goodness, that had a hole in the bottom and I picked it up. Let me sift through here because I'm going to have to get a broom or something. Now, someone was in the process of either doing a choker or something. Anytime you see that many wires leading off a piece, somebody's got some skills, but they never finished it. So we definitely had a person that definitely was into jewelry making for sure. Let's see, when you have a lot of wires going on, then they're not playing around, just saying, let me dig even deeper. I'm so afraid to pull. Ooh, look at those. Look at that. I don't want to drown it out, but look at that AB coating on those glass beads. See, as I turn that, as you can see that. I got to watch, like I said, what bag I pull out of here. My goodness. Let me catch this before we have a problem. Then we have more glass beads and more findings. The reason why I have my finger on that is because it would fall out because there's a hole in that. I think what I'm going to do is go through these and separate a bunch of them. I'm leery. Now these are AB coated as well, and they are yellow. I got my finger to the back because there's a big slice in it. So I'll hold it still for just a minute. I'll have to either put them in new bags or get something to always kind of turn it upside down because we don't want an avalanche. Then we have more blue right here, and these are glass. Yep, I'm definitely going to have to get some little almost like being a kid at Christmas, but there's a lot of seed beads in here. These are glass as well. Aren't those pretty? Pretty, pretty, pretty. There's that. Lord, guys, this could take, we're going to be busy, just saying. But she added some extra stuff in here she would have had to, because I don't remember. Ooh, we got a horde of red beads. Yeah, the color blue is very relaxing and very, let me empty that out into that. And we have some red. I have no idea what's in here because I just bought them as is. I don't have any idea, but so far we've been pleasantly surprised. So I just bought them. When you can buy a craft bag for $5, you better get it. I think I may have bought, I think she did put extra in there. So these are the most beautiful red and they are glass. Hey Deb, welcome in. We're looking at beads. We found stone, jasper, tourmaline. We found, and these bags are $5. $5. We also found coral, and this is coral. That is coral right there. I wouldn't stretch it because I was afraid to. And there's Lucy. These are glass and they are red beads and they are magnificent. I love red as well. Moving on. This could be an all-nighter. These are glass as well. They're a little larger than a seed bead, but they are glass as well. Thank you, Deb. Good to see you. Glad you stopped in. Let me see something here. Let's see if we got real pearls here, guys. And I think we do. You can kind of tell, it's very interesting. These are real. These are real pearls, I can tell. So, these are real. And they are pearls. Real, real, real. I think she might have lucked onto a storage unit that had, this person must have collected beads for all their life. Then we have, these are pretty as well. There's those that have a real pretty pink to them. Moving on. I think here we have something else that someone made. I don't know what it is. They had good taste in beads, I must say. So these are all glass. You have your red and your blue. And I think that might actually fit someone, and they're all glass. So the same person that owned the locker that lost it was the same person. So now we have another one that they made that's all glass. I don't know if that would fit somebody. Well, my wrist is kind of small, and that is in your brown shade. So someone definitely took a stab at making, and the beads they used are really nice. So we have some already made, perfect for fall. Yep, that brown is perfect for fall. Let's go a little deeper here. Anything I would find right at this point would not surprise me. Then we have a lot of these glass ones here that are already pre-drilled. Aha, is this another one? Oh, this is stone. We have a whole bag of these, and I'm going to check and see what they are. This lot exceeded my expectations totally. Let's see what this is. Amazing. I feel like I've got a gold mine here. This goes up into the jadeite section. Jadeite iolite. We know it's not amethyst. It is not an emerald, but it's right there in that jadeite family. So I'll show it to you. And these are pre-drilled as well. As soon as I find it. So we have another bag of stones. An entire bag, which would make a really awesome bracelet. Nothing's going to surprise me now after finding that. So now we have a bag of blue glass beads right there, and they are glass. Thank you, Brian. Then we have these kind of an orangey type seed bead, which is glass. Somebody was serious about their beading, I'm telling you. Here I found some more in the bottom of the blue. And I'll show them to you. Let's go in here. Here we have a whole handful of blue here, all glass. And there's your blue. We'll just put them with the blue ones. Where are they? There they are. Let's dump them in. I'm right-handed. I better not try to pour with the left. So there's that. Thank you. So, moving on. I can't remember when I've had so much fun going through a... Well, they're all pretty good. And these are glass as well. A very pretty mint colored glass. And those are glass as well. And here's another bag. These look like some black and they're glass and clear, like someone had planned to put these together at one time. And those are glass as well. Like I said, I'm careful on what bag I pull out because lots. Then there's even more blue ones in the bottom. Very, very nice. Like I said, there's no telling how long these had been in storage. But she said she had too much crafting beads and she wanted to get rid of them. So she put them up for, she priced them right, just saying. And I just happened to be one of the lucky ones there to pick that up. So we have another handful of blue beads right there, all glass. Put them in with the blue ones. This is just mind-boggling. You know, a lot of, especially those who buy storage units and they get so much stock and they have to move that stuff. Oh yeah, they're in wonderful condition because, you know, her son buys the storage lockers and, you know, you got to keep that stuff moving. And these are glass as well. Kind of white. I know they're hard to see. Those are glass. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? We have another color green. It's a little bit larger than seed bead. And that's green color. Glass as well. Let's keep going. Like I said, some of these bags, if they look iffy. Ooh, look at this orange. And those are glass as well. I know they look yellow, but they're actually orange and they're glass. Let's keep going here. Like I said, if something looks iffy, I'm not pulling it out of there. So we have some more glass beads, and these are a mixture. Like, I think they're AB coated because they have that look to them, and those are green. Then we have some little tiny white seed beads here. Hold back of those. Then we have this. This is like what you'd call a fall color. You have that right there, like an amber color. I'm really excited to see what's in the next bag. And oh, yes, there is another one. These are some kind of beads. I'm not for sure. They're kind of a grayish type. But this is like you go through a bag, you don't know what, like a surprise. And it was a surprise grab bag. She offered them for at $5 a piece. And we have stone and glass and ammonite. And don't tell them what's next. We'll find out. Very exciting. These are amazing beads right here. And they're not teeny tiny neither. Those are really nice. All right. Moving on. Bag number 1, 2, 3, 4. Bag number 5. And these are heavy. No wonder they was so heavy. Yeah, it's fun to look at. They were so heavy. There was a super amount of beads in there. Let's dig. So this is an entire bag of glass beads as well. A whole bag. Here's some yellow. These are older beads. I can tell. Here's your yellow. Right there. I know they're hard to see. Let me turn it to the side here. But you know, if you've ever beaded a necklace, you have a whole new appreciation for people that do that. Because, yeah. Fashion accents. Here you have some more findings right there, just like that was in the other bag where you can attach things to. You could make I guess you could make their connectors. And they're silver. There's 10 of them. So now I think that this is push pins and there's some buttons in there. So let's take a look at some of these buttons because you know buttons, people collect those. I sold a massive lot of buttons that were really old. Oh, wow. Look at these guys. Look at that. And look at the back. These are older. They don't make buttons like that anymore. And it kind of has like isn't that amazing? I'm sure in the day that button costs some money, I'm for sure. Let's see if we have more. It's always good to inspect everything. You never know what you may find. And here's another one made a match to the one I just showed you. Let's see if we have any more. We don't want to leave any stones unturned. When you're looking for treasure, you gotta do it right. Let's see here. There's a lot of these little push pins in here like this. Let me show you one. Like that. It has a little, well, you know, that you could put paper together with. Let's see what else is in here. What else? Looks like someone made a little stocking right there. I, it would be hard to say how much of this that was found in one storage locker. But yeah, those buttons, those are nice. I'm going to hang on to those. Hey, Belle, welcome in, sweetheart. Good to see ya. And there's R&R. Good to see ya. But yeah, we just have some odds. We found tourmaline, red jasper, ammonite, jadeite, and we're just getting started. So we're going to skip the preliminaries. I can't even talk. Then we just have, these are all glass and they are older. Like I said, I kind of careful on what I open because I've had some bags that have had things. Like I said, we don't want to play 1,000 bead pickup. And there's some more like that. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for coming in. Ah, my favorite color, pink. These are glass as well. We have a beautiful fuchsia colored bead. We keep looking. So good to see you guys. Oh, what's this? These look like a mother of pearl or shell type bead right there. And they're flat, but they do look mother of pearlish or something like that. The gang's all here. Good to see you guys. I gotta be careful on what bag I open. Let's see here. Can you guys believe that I bought these bags for $5 a piece? Gizmo, are you up here? Gizmo. I think my little chihuahua is up here. He's in uncharted territory. Where are you at? Then these are all glass as well. Where'd you go? You gotta watch those boy dogs. They want to raise their leg. He'd be in deep stuff, if you know what I mean. Let's see. Then we have, these are glass as Gizmo, come here. Come here. It'll be that way then. And I'm not saying this to be cutting on no male, but the male dogs have the hardest heads, especially him. Ginger is more, she's really obedient, and he's got a mind of his own, and he don't mind using it. Thank you, Belle. It's good to see you. But he's hard-headed. Don't think he's not. Yeah. He's sweet when he wants to be. And then we have these purple right here. Very pretty. Don't have him down at the foot of the bed and move your toes because you might have a few missing. No, I'm kidding. But he does not like to be woke up. And then we have a confetti party here. He does not like to be woke up. He gets all grouchy. So here, what are these? Are they rubbery? Yeah, he wants to. Then they went up in the bed together, and then they get into it, and gotta separate that. And these are more glass than the Brown family because they're jealous of one another. We took them to the vet one time, and you can't pick them up together or they'll fight. And they got into it in the vet's office, and they just laughed about it. I'm like, you guys are bad. Then we have more glass. Gia, welcome in. I'm good. How are you, Gia? So we're going to move on to the next bag. You know, these bags, grab bags, they was worth $5. And as you can see, we banked up. Oh, Gia's a sweetheart. Going back in. Just when you thought you've seen enough beads, boom, there's another one. There's my, let's see here. Oh my goodness, I needed these. She must have thrown those in there. But here is some adhesive bling bling. And I have two of them, and they're my favorite color. There's another one. That's another thing. I need to get working on my Christmas tree. I've got these big wooden frames, and they just keep waiting on me. I keep putting it off. They keep digging. I don't even know what to expect anymore. But here's another bag. We don't want y'all getting bored out there. Yeah, Gia is really a sweetheart. I think she adopted me. I think she has an older sister because I think I'm older than her. Yeah, Christmas tree. These are just little random little plastic and stars and everything like that. Oh Lord, there's a bunch in the bottom. Here we have a really beautiful shade of orange. Well, Gia, you are too. You're a sweetheart. Then we have some more orange glass. Then we have some blue, kind of they have like an AB coating on them. There's blue. So glad to see everyone tonight. YouTube was acting up, and here is a large bag of like different colors. It took me 4 times to go live on here, and I was about ready to throw the towel in, but as luck would have it. Then we have these little golden ones here. I mean, the beads that could be made with, or the necklaces that can be made with these is like totally endless. You know, it really is. Let's keep moving here. I think these are just regular blue seed beads. They're a little bit larger. We kind of had some good stuff in here, guys and girls. And then we have some more glass right there. Let's see what else we have. We have a mixed bag of this, that, and the other, but they are glass. Kind of a confetti configuration there. And a lot in the bottom. And here's a seed bead here. This is like a salmon, peachy salmon color, which is really neat. Let's see, and then we do have a menagerie in the bottom that I'm going to be careful with. Then we have a little selection. Whoops. Good thing I put that. Can y'all hear that? So I'm going to for fear of having to pick up a zillion beads. And there's some blue right there. We're going to switch over to, but we've already done really well just in the stones that are in this bag. I've got some on my desk. I'm just going to sweep over. It's so good to see everyone. I appreciate you being here. So we're going to move on to something that is probably my favorite. Just saying. Get these. There's some really tiny little beads. Let me check to make sure that's it. And we do have some jewelry, a couple bags of it. You guys are not going to believe this. There is another bag. Let's get it. Boom. Another one. Thank you. Lord have mercy. I'm going to be up to my eyeballs and I was sitting there in the nail salon and I felt sleepy. I'm like, why are you sleepy? You had enough sleep. I didn't have all my daily requirement of coffee. See, I usually have 16 ounces in the morning when I get up and then an additional 16 ounces after that. And I didn't have my daily requirement of coffee. I know my head's swimming. So here we have, let's see, this looks like this says, whoops, it's something from the Easter collection. It looks like this little twig that's got all these AB coated beads on it. It's probably not showing up, and let me see what will happen if I lift it up. Hopefully not an avalanche. So all this is connected. Some nice Easter colors, something that you probably want to take apart. Okay, let's keep going. Here is just a little box with some random beads in it here. Looks like I'm going to need some boxes here, guys. So moving on, we have some findings here. And it looks like, hey, Josie, welcome in. We're going through we've already found tourmaline, red jasper, jadeite. We found it all. I just happened to luck onto these lots for $5 a piece. And there's your toggle right there where you would make a bracelet that would fit into there. And so there's some findings. Good to see you, Miss Josie. Thank you so much for coming in. Put these back in their bag. Now, let's see. Then we have some glass AB coated red beads. They have an AB coating on them, and those are red. Ouch. And next up, we have a very big bag. And those are seed beads. They're blue, but they are glass. Whole bag of those. Let's see. We have, these look like they may have been little, it's on a twig. It looks like these may have been little, some kind of a, open them up here. Little tree type thingy going on there. Got little faux pearls and AB coated crystals on there. Thank you, Gia. Let's see, let's dig. And then we have a whole bag of these little red. I don't know what they call these, but those are beads as well. I'm not for sure what they call those. And we have Wellstrom Value Pack. Hematite beads. Now that's a good thing. These are hematite beads right there. Says it right there on the thingy. 4mm round hematite beads. I know a lot of people like hematite for different. A lot of times it has like healing properties to it, and there's some more red glass and something that looks like a wire to me. So now we're moving on. We have some more glass, little tiny beads, little tiny little things. See them right there in the corner? And next we have, open this up. This is some kind of a jewelry finding. I'm not really for sure what that's used for, but there's that. Then we have some, looks like some little golden seed beads here. Here's another little pack of findings right here. Right there we have more findings. And this is just a little bag of, I think they're like a gold tone bead. Thank you, Gia. She is so sweet. That's my little sister, Gia. Let me get these open. She's a loving little girl. Well, I call her little girl because she's real young, but not too young to be in the chat. So, ooh, as you can see, there's a hole in that bag right there, right there. So there's those. We're not going to take those out because then we have these. These look like hematite to me. I could be wrong, but we have an entire bag of those right there. And it may be hematite. Let me look at that hematite and see if that looks remotely like that. Looks just like it. So we have an entire bag of that. And then we have more of this. It looks like shell to me. And it's already pre-drilled. There it is right there. Then we have some teeny tiny little green ones. Also glass. If beading with little tiny beads is your thing, then you got more nerve than I do. Then we have some blue there. Then we have some little pink beads here that I think is pretty cute. We have some pink ones right there. Let's see. Let's see what's in this one. Then we have pink ones right there. R&R, are you talking about that pen that's it's got the little oh, what's that little metal thing on there that that makes it write real fancy? Is that the pen you're talking about? And yes, I did get them. And here's some more shell right there. He's been wanting to know about that pen forever. He's probably laughing is why he can't type. So then we have some little gray cat's eye beads. A lot of people do like Bakelite, and what's that other one? Lucite, and what's the other one? It's basically old plastic, but it is collectible. Some people love to collect that, just saying. So let me check for another one. I never know. So I'll show you. Here's a little ornament, and it's a little church house. And evidently, let's pull that out. It lights up. How neat would that be, like sitting in some kind of a wreath or something? Isn't that cute to set that in a wreath or something, cut that off? It lights up. Isn't that cute? Let's see how, Lord have mercy. Look how high that thing was. $14.90, $15, guys. Then you have a window on each side that is lit. There's your control on the bottom. But isn't that adorable? I can see that sitting inside of a wreath or something, and that is really neat. But there's that. Oh, here's another one. Is it the same? Yep, I think it is. Let's see if it works. Then we have another one which is lit as well. Got the windows on the side. So these things were, oh my goodness. Wonder what state. $14.99 for a little place and time holiday light up ornament. I wonder what state this was in. Wow, but we have two of those. Are adorable. So many possibilities with those. There's that. Oh yeah, it would be. I've got a fire. This house was built in 1926, but I think the fireplace was added on later. But it's still, there's green tile behind it. Then we have a little pillow. How cute is that? That says welcome on it with a paw print. Isn't that cute? There's that. Got something wooden here. Oh my gosh. Is this not adorable? Here's another ornament. Look at that. It's a little swan with a crown, and there's his fluffy tail. That would also be cute, set inside of a wreath as well. Here, Gia, I'm going to tickle your nose. It's like, you're silly, but isn't that adorable? And has a little crown. And here is another one. Wow, I didn't know I had this many. Yet another little church, lit church, identical to the ones I just showed. A lot of possibilities with that. There's that. You'll probably have to bring a cattle prod R&R because I get distracted. No, I'm just kidding. Alrighty. I do. I'm on one thing and then the other. Ooh, she's pretty. Look at that. Look at her. Isn't she precious? Look, she's got her little faux pearl necklace on. How cute is that? Oh. You know, you have all these grand ideals, and the minute you get working on one thing, you're on another thing, and you're just one of those things. There's that. And a pair of jingle bells. I guess you could put that. A lot of people used to put these, especially in old days. They would put this where the door was, and when the door would open, it would make that noise, and they would know. These are older, I believe, and they got dog bones on them. How cute! Or maybe people would put them by the door, and the dog needs to go out. They could. That's different. Okay, now to the jewelry part. So we have rings here. A lot of these are stretched. This is a cross here. Oh my gosh. This is a Miss Piggy ring times 10. Look at that. Look how big that thing is. And it's a stretch. It looks to be an older one. That is definitely a Miss Piggy ring. Look how beautiful the stones are, though. Then, let's keep going. This one needs to be cleaned up and it's missing a stone, but here's that one. It's got multicolored stone in it. Oh, yeah, it does. Isn't that pretty? You know, your stones back in the day were just so much prettier. That's got a lot of bling to it. And then, just in time for Halloween, this probably the spider, the spooky. Look at the eyes on that thing. Isn't that neat? That's about as close as I want to get to a spider. I don't know about you guys. Isn't that neat? There you have your spider. Okay, let's see what else. What in the world is that? Let's see here. Then we have this big honking ring. It don't have any stones in it, just one of those fun rings. But that spider is pretty neat. How it does sparkle though. And next, man, this has been a long unboxing. We didn't realize, or I didn't realize just how many things that was in there. So next up, we have this brooch. Let's see if that's glass. Almost have to do the peck test to figure it out. Let's see here. Where's my... It's definitely cold, so that's definitely glass. It's an older one. And we're missing a pearl, which wouldn't be hard to replace. There's the back of it. It's an older one. You can tell by that bracket right there. Next up, we have, this was all bought in a lot. Ouch, almost got stuck. This one, I think this is an older one. Let me get this pen in here. Check the stone. And it has all of its stones as soon as I get it to cooperate. Here we go. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Ooh, my favorite colors too. Imagine that. Here's the back of it. That's how it's constructed on the back. Really pretty, nice colors. Every stone accounted for. It's probably older, but it's really beautiful. You guys out there that like Star Trek, you can be the next generation. So there that is. Very unusual. It's not marked, but it's got two. Hey, Face the Ace, welcome in. Look at that. And if you want to be part of the Federation, good to see you, Face the Ace. And it's metal. It's made really well. There you go. If you always wanted to be a space cadet and was afraid to, then oh, thank you, Ace. Thank you. There's your ticket right there. So that girl's silly. Oh, this is different, and I think this is older. It is not marked, but look how beautiful that is. It's a little ballerina. I'll have to definitely Google some of this. And she's missing something right at the top, I think. But look how long her legs are. That's probably old, I bet. I may have to Google that. It doesn't have a name on it, but I bet it's old. It feels like it's got some weight to it. So, next up, let's check this one out. We have some missing stones. Is it marked? That's the craft lot. This one's cute. This one is adorable. Is it a JJ? I don't see any marks. Let me check this out, guys. It looks like a JJ. Let me find the mark. But it is so adorable. I don't see that JJ mark, but it looks like one. Look at that. The kitty cat up there trying to get to the fish. It reminds me of a JJ. There's your back, but isn't it adorable? Now, in 1986, JJ, which is Jonette Brothers, sold under the name Artifacts in 1986. So, it was two brothers. Yeah, thumbs up, Gia. Thank you. And they make those really whimsical. You can use, I'm surprised that that's not a JJ because it looks just like something that they would create. So this is pretty, guys. This looks like almost like a mother of pearl piece. Look how beautiful that is. Here's the back of it. Very, very pretty. That is gorgeous. That looks a lot like mother of pearl. I don't see the blue in it, but it's pretty. But there's the front of that. Moving on, we have another brooch. Let's see, this one's marked, but the problem is it's a Sarah Cub, but the pin is missing. But you still have the part to hook it to. That's a shame, but that is a Sarah Coventry. It's probably an older one. You still have that pin right there to connect, but that is missing. But this is a Sarah Cub. It needs to be cleaned up. What a shame. And there's the front of it right there, but that is a Sarah Coventry. Very nice. It could still be worn as a pendant because it still has that right there on it. But that's an old one, guys. Sometimes in the scheme of things, pins get knocked off. But this, I felt this was gorgeous. That right there is so beautiful. And there's the back of it. Really nice piece. This here, I think, is old, but it's not marked. I don't see any markings on it. But I'm going to look into that because I really think that's old, but very thin ballerina. So we'll put, boy, this has been quite the live. But like I say, if you get something with some decent stones in it, never throw them away because you can always use them on something else. And maybe you've got that Coro piece or that. I've got an Eisenberg piece somewhere that needs one stone and it's Eisenberg, and that's something that you don't hear about every day in Eisenberg. So we're moving on. So let's see what we got here. This looks really, really, what's this? That's a chain and it looks old. Check it here. It reminds me of a paperclip necklace. The person that made the paperclip necklace famous was Jacqueline Onassis Kennedy, which was the first one to wear a paperclip chain, and they still exist today. And that's what that is a paperclip. I don't think it, oh no. I may have to look into this, guys. That black's coming off. It might be silver. I'm not for sure. But we'll have to do some further investigation. But she's the one that, Jacqueline Kennedy was the one that brought the paperclip necklace into popularity. Yeah, she did. And this one is shell. Let me see if I can find a class. This looks like an old one. And this is all shell. It's got little dangly things coming off of it. And I think this is really old. Got your almost like an abalone type look. And as you guys know, people cannot, when it comes to abalone today, it's an endangered species and no one's allowed to harvest anything like that anymore because it is an endangered species. I find quite amazing to see them harvest pearls. And speaking of pearls, I think we got some here, guys. To see how the little bitty tiny piece of sand goes into a mollusk, and they wrap it around to protect their inner part, and it turns into a beautiful pearl. And I think these are, because there's a lot of grit going on. I'm going to click you guys off. Let me do one more check. It does have that rough texture to it. But there's a lot of fakes out there too, just saying. Let me turn that down. Let's see. I don't think these are real, but that's kind of a pretty, it's got a little palm tree or whatever that looks like it's kind of cute in a way. I don't know if that was added to or what happened with that. But it's different. And then we have this one. I'm sure it's not real. Let me check this tag. Do we have anything on that? This is just, I think this is just your run-of-the-mill little faux pearl necklace. I don't know why they make them so short. But there's that. It's just a faux. You like that, Amy? This one here? With the little, I don't know if that was added after the fact or what they did to it. But there's that one. Now, let's see if there's anything else. Can it get any more exciting? And what I'm not getting, I don't know what these are, but they're wood. Oh, it's got a rooster on it. Right when I put that up, I saw it had a rooster. But these are little like wooden boxes, and that's got a rooster on it. But they are wood. And we have one with a billy goat on it. So I don't know what these are used for, but I guess they could be crafted into something. But there's those. And guys, I think that, yep, a rooster. Brian's got roosters. You ought to check him out. He's got a couple of them, I think. But it's so important to, let me turn off my Presidium to check. Gee, are you flirting with Brian? That's a rooster from Brian's? Kind of. I don't know if you call it a farm, but anyway, that concludes this colossal. Yeah, you could put them in a kitchen setting, and my hands are dirty. She's too young for you, Brian. No, I'm kidding. Brian being a single bachelor out there, one of these days somebody's gonna grab him up. Those good men are hard to find. Brian, I did too. It was quite the adventure going through all this. And G is tickled. How long have I been on here? Almost 2 hours. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this. I finally got on YouTube. It finally, instead of saying this service is not available, and I've seen a spinning wheel and it said reconnect, it wouldn't do anything. It only took me a mere 4 times to go live, and I set up a StreamYard. I didn't want to do it, so I was able to get on here and do a live on YouTube. So I won that battle. So I'm glad all you guys was here. And Gia, you're flirting. But anyway, no, I have an R&R, but I will check it out here in a minute. And thank you all so much for coming. Do not forget to leave a comment after this live when you can, because that helps so much toward the algorithm. Put a smiley face or whatever, make a comment, because it helps so much toward, like I said, the algorithm of the channel, because that shows YouTube that people are actually engaging after the fact. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I will catch you later. You never know when I'll be popping up with something. I love you guys. Stay safe out there. And you guys have a good rest of your night. Love you guys. You guys have a great rest of your night. And I'll catch you on the next one. You never know. Goodbye to everyone. Love you guys.